Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Darkest Dungeon. On the last episode, obviously, things did not go fantastically. Bear Taffy disposed of the terrible necromancer. If you don't read the rest of the text, it kind of looks like that went pretty well, but really, he got out by the skin of his teeth, and we lost Kate 3.0, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and Quill 18. A couple of units we've had for quite some time, and then, of course, the third Kate. We only have 3 bosses left to beat, I think. Necromancer Lord, Swine God, and Hag Witch, but obviously, I'm a little bit scared based on what happened there, but the common, well, let me just put Bear in like the brothel or something like that. It needs a little bit of stress relief. A lot of the responses to that video have basically been like, I'm glad Northernlion got shit on so that now he has to pay more attention to the mechanics of the game. You might think that would offend me. I actually very much agree with it. I complained for like 15 episodes. I was like, oh, the formula's too easy. It's way too easy to just do everything in the game that you want to do. And then I got my ass kicked, which I think is totally fair. So we lost like a DPS unit. We might as well take a Grave Robber as well, because we haven't really used one. We have Indiana Jones, but we haven't really touched them that much. I guess we'll see who our next units are eventually. So, I do still want to beat the bosses, but I also want to, if possible, maybe build up our units again, because we really only have, we're gonna have 7 units. Yeah, we're gonna have 7 units once we get Josh to level 5 that can do late game missions. Like, we could do the Necromancer Lord right now. I don't really want to be honest with you. The thing that totally screwed us on these hard missions was, or on the, it says medium, but, you know, champion missions, that's what I mean, is our inability to hit enemies. So I think we really need to up our accuracy stat and lower our miss chance with trinkets. Or we use trinkets that give us objectively good things and, like, they cancel out their bad things. Explore 90% of rooms, explore 90% of rooms. What do we need? Probably deeds more than busts. And the Wailed here is a little bit more of a poison area. Warrens are like the pigs. Wailed is more of a poison area. It's been a few days since I played, I apologize. For the, it wasn't really like a sabbatical or anything like that. It was rather just, you know, PAX, followed by get the Isaac backlog back up, followed by Let's Look At, followed by City Skylines, followed by, you know, the NLSS, etc., etc. There's a lot of stuff going on. Did I get level 5 armor smithing? No, I need more deeds, which should be accomplishable on this mission, hopefully. What would be terrible is if we actually lost everybody on this mission. I don't think it'll happen, but it is a theoretical possibility. No, we would have 6, not 7 people. I had Indiana Jones lumped in here. Where did they go? Did I just... No, I thought I dismissed them for a second there. I just want to put them, like, down here. No, I'd rearrange them. There should be, like, a shuffle by experience button or something up here. That would be nice. Anyway, so our party for this one, Redemption, hopefully, is going to be like this. And then we're going to take a closer look at our trinkets to make sure that we've got good things going here. Mathis gets the Speed Stone and the Book of Rage, which gives him lower crit, lower accuracy. So even though I love having him go first, I'm going to take this off in the interest of picking up something that maybe either raises his accuracy or doesn't lower his accuracy. Let's see if we can find something like that. Anything, like, I'm still not that perturbed by this, but I think we pretty much just got, I don't want to say shit on by the RNG. This is what I like. Minus 12 dodge, but plus 10 accuracy, so we're very unlikely to move. That's pretty awesome. There were some people in the comments that were like, this is why I don't like this game, because even if you play decently, the RNG can still shit on you. I think this is fine as long as we keep our light high. This will give us a great chance to not miss, because it raises our accuracy. Oh, I took Nick out of the rotation there. I actually like that. I like that no matter how well you play at the game, there is a, not to say that I was playing amazingly and got completely screwed, but there is a chance that you could still get crapped on. I actually kind of like that. That's not going to be the kind of thing that everybody's going to like, obviously. That's just for melee only. Ranged plus, oh, it's bounty hunter only. All right. It's not the kind of thing that everybody's going to like, but I actually like it just to keep you on your toes a little bit, you know? Minus accuracy. And we'll see if this new strategy of basically just buffing accuracy, or at least not taking anything that compromises accuracy at all, is the most important thing. So many things leper only. Right after we lose our leper, all of a sudden I realized we have this, like, awesome assortment. What about this one? that gives you better resistance but lower chance to the skills. So that's like the opposite thing of what we would want on our Plague Doctor here. Plus 2 speed, plus 15% damage, minus stress resist, minus resist affliction. Let's try the Feather Crystal just for extra dodge. Doesn't look like we have anything that actually gives us better accuracy. I think we can be totally fine taking the Youth Chalice off of the Vessel. That gives them 6 less HP, but plus 4 accuracy, which I think is more important when she's going to be throwing out stuns and stuff like that. What about this one? Plus 10% heal received, minus 8% max HP. I don't think that's that valuable. Let's give her some extra speed and some extra damage. It's not that big of a deal, but we'll give it a try. Alright, it's a medium mission on the Veld. The Veld. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll just say it so many times that I'm bound to be both right and wrong. We'll take 3 shovels. So, like, money is not a problem for us right now. Take a couple of those each. Obviously, we need torches. Probably can get away with not having 2 stacks, but again, financially, it's not the problem. It's inventory management that's the problem. And we'll take 1 skeleton key as well. Let's embark on this. Get back into the swing of things. Basically, this might not be the best mission to do from like a campaign standpoint, but I really just want to get my feet back under me and test out like a little bit of a sandbox hard mission to see if accuracy is really as effed up as it seemed in the last episode, or if that's just basically just bad luck that caused us to run into that situation that we did. Alright, well, I'm glad that we took 3 shovels. This could have easily been a lot worse. I'll tell you what, we'll burn a torch right away. Pick up another one.
The promise of safety.
And then we'll see if we get any combat in here. I don't think we have any extra scouting chance, so we could totally be, not ambushed, but we probably won't see it coming a lot here. Okay, so Mathis still gets to go first, which is great. That's not a ton of damage. Did get the move on there, but the move is not really that big of a deal. 2 blighted attacks come out here. We resisted both of them, which is pretty much just good luck. Let's try to throw out a stun on a unit that has not been attacking yet. Maybe this guy. It might not stun. They have a 70% stun resist, but our stun base was 140. A little confusing, but I think that gives us a 70% chance to stun. Maybe. These 2 units have already attacked. Their stun resist is 70. What's the stun base? So I think it's like a 50% chance roughly to stun, and it's only a 55% chance to hit, which means it's only like a 25% chance to hit. To hit and stun, I should say. That being said, the only other attacks we have are like Noxious Blast, but they have incredibly high blight resist because of where we are, and Incision, but their bleed resist is pretty good. Maybe it inflicts bleed automatically, so they have a 70%, so it'll only be 30. Tell you what, we'll go for the Incision, and we missed, but I still think that was maybe the right choice instead of just trying to stun one of the units at the back. Maybe. If we hit, we kill. Alright, there's 1 unit down. There's no question that there's a big ramp up in difficulty between the what were they called, like apprentice level missions and the champion level missions. The apprentice level missions might have been like the first ones, but for real, these enemies are much tankier. They're much more annoying. Seem to hit more often, and definitely seem to dodge more often. What's the blight on that? 3 points for 3 rounds. That's annoying. We're going to try to Dazzling Light, one of the units that has not attacked yet. Even if it doesn't stun, it does a good amount of damage, but it did stun. You have not attacked either. Your stun resist is not that high. Stun base is 140, so we should have like a 70% chance of the stun hitting. And if it does, it's free damage. So I appreciate that. Alright, let's pull some Anti-Venom here. And then we'll do a Duelist Advance on this guy, which should allow us to pull a point-blank shot. I don't know if it'll happen first thing first on the next turn, but it's kind of worth a shot. You can't Dazzling Light this guy, huh? In that case, I think you're probably best off healing Mathis. Waiting for their stun bonuses to, like their buffs to come off. Then you can use Dazzling Light a little bit more. Well, we're going to have to use our other Anti-Venom, so I'm glad we picked it up as early as we did. 50%, 57%. Let's go for the 50 on the off chance we crit and get a kill. Look, did our victory exist in that 7% that we gambled on? Probably not, but it's, I guess, theoretically possible. Holy Lance does 13 to 20, but I don't want to... Mathis hasn't gone yet, so I don't want to push him back. 13 to 20, 13 to 20. We want to hit the unit in the middle because point-blank shot could theoretically get the kill on the front, but it probably won't. It would have to crit. Yeah, maybe we should have focused all of our damage on one unit instead, but we got 3 units that are relatively close to death. A little bit of a suboptimal targeting on my part there, but that's okay. Double blight there with no anti-venom left is really, really bad, and because we got pushed back there... No, point-blank shot is what went off there. Okay, never mind. So that's going to be a kill. We're going to focus on maybe some party heals or something like that. Smite should get the kill. 75, 82. Let's just take the 82. Maybe not party heals. We should probably just heal Mathis instead. He's in a little bit of a trickier spot, and it's nice to have a dedicated heal as opposed to the bullshit that we were dealing with earlier. Alright, this unit will not die. If this blight stacks up, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, Mathis is getting hit for 6 points. That's alright. We can keep him like at equilibrium with this, and this unit is going to die on the next turn. One way or the other. A little bit of stress relief there. Look, that's supposed to be like an early encounter. Someone left valuables inside of the tent. That's a pretty early encounter, so the fact that it was so difficult to get through really actually scares me that maybe I have... Well, I don't know if it's the trinket, like the lack of optimal trinket meta that's messing with me here. I simply must know what's within this torch. You salvage the unburned torch. Who would have thought? Thanks a lot, Malls. Or maybe like my units are just spec'd suboptimally or something like that. I will say that if this is how the difficult... Oh, there's a trap on the way back. Careful. Careful. We can't see it, so I guess we just have to hope for the best. At least they resisted it. If this is how the difficulty is going to be, I'm happy that there has been a bit of a ramp up in difficulty, but good lord, did that happen suddenly once we got up to the champion level missions. That's okay, though. You know, trial by fire. We can always get our way back, you know, starting with level 1 units if we have to. I hope we don't. Alright, no combat here, please. Give us a little bit of time. Okay, this is very dangerous. They are surprised, though. I would love to be able to take out the units at the back first. Giant ectoplasm, like pretty much full resist to everything. Done some decent damage, though. Okay, so you are going to heal Mathis. We always have the ability to camp. Well, not always. We have the ability to camp once. Incredible stun resist and incredible blight resist, huh? And incredible bleed resist. So I guess we just do what our highest attack is, or highest damage attack, which is... I don't know, Plague Grenade almost? It's not going to blight them. It does 1 to 2 damage. Blinding Gas does 1 to 1 damage. But I guess we're going to have to focus the tank at the front here in order to be able to hit the units at the back with more reliable attacks. Stun resist 120, stun base 140. Well, they're stunned, so we get like a free turn, sort of. I'm a little nervous about this. That was not really the most effective use of 1 turn. But we'll heal up Mathis a little bit more. I would like to be using Mauls a little bit more offensively, but we're going to have to wait until everybody's looking good, and it's possible that everybody's not going to be looking good for quite some time here. Okay, Slime. Stun? No, it does no status effect, which is actually nice. We can do Holy Lance back here, but I figure we might as well kill Giant Ectoplasm before anything else happens. Big Slime scares the shit out of me. Oh my god. That took out... That's like 3 turns of max heal. So maybe we were right to focus on that unit. It is going to die. And then these units have pretty low HP. Maybe we'll be lucky here, but every time they slime us... Or maybe because there's space in their line now, they would use Cytokinesis, so they would actually create a new skeleton like every time they actually managed to hit us. Yeah. And they did hit. So we gotta take them out quickly, if possible. Probably should have attacked the unit at the front, now that I think about it. And probably should have done it again, but that doesn't matter that much because we did still hit there. I think, you know, we take this opportunity, we heal Mathis again, honestly. If they fill up their line, that just gives us more time to heal as far as I'm concerned. Oh, it's the same percentages, so it doesn't matter who we attack. I imagine we'll probably get Cytokinesis again here. We'll see, though. Could get lucky. There you go. Alright, that encounter could have gone a lot worse. What do you think? Ancient Coffin? Contains hidden treasures. I wanted to be a little ballsier with it this time, and seems to have worked out. We only need to get to 90% of the rooms. 90% of the rooms. Pretty much exactly the same encounter we just had. I don't want a Holy Lance because that'll move me to the front. Our stun is like a 20% chance, so I think we just go for the KO as quickly as we can. Try to avoid big slime, which is the most annoying shit of all time, apparently. Cytokinesis. That will generate one in the front, which is bad. It's going to be more difficult to hit the one in the middle now. What do you think we do here? It's a bit of a weird one. I kind of like the idea of healing up Mathis again, just to make sure that he doesn't get, like, big slimed, you know, once to death. But then this might happen. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Alright. Your stun resist is 120, 95. Our stun base is 119. So we stand like a 25% chance of stunning the unit in the back. Definitely won't do shit to the one in the middle. Incision, we'll throw out there. It's not going to inflict bleed, obviously, because they're skeletons, but it's a start. And then we can sink back into our routine a little bit here. Malls could even throw out a stun if she wants to. It's a base 140, so there's like a 20% chance of it working if it hits, which it didn't, but that's fine. We'll try Incision again. We really want to kill the big one because if it crits, it could one-shot some of our units. Oh my God. I was a little nervous, but it seems like luck is on our side a little bit here. A little bit more than usual anyway. 82% chance. Good. Easy enough. Mathis will get a point-blank shot, which should be more or less... I'm glad they didn't use Cytokinesis. Point-blank shot should be more or less a guaranteed kill when it works. If it hits. They only have 15 HP each. Throw out another heal here. I don't know why Mathis is eating shit all the time. You'll have to ask him. It's alright. I expect those guys to have a decent dodge stat. 88% chance to hit. It gets the kill. Presumably a smite has like a 70% chance total to get the kill, and it got the job done there. Whew. Alright. Starting to get my sea legs under me again. You know, feeling a little bit better about my performance, and feeling like maybe that last boss fight was a little bit of a... I don't want to say a one-off, because that gives it like a little bit too little credit, you know? But maybe that was just a couple of bad dice rolls combined with the lack of min-maxing that really effed me up, as opposed to, like, a symptom of terrible play finally punished. Which seemed to be the narrative, you know? But that's the narrative with everything, not just in video games, but in life, you know? If you don't do absolutely everything in your power to succeed, then you can't blame anyone for your failure, you know? I understand that. Was it Mathis has like a 70% chance? Yeah, that's really good. And it worked out. We will camp shortly. Not immediately, but pretty soon. Trinkets and bubbles. I remember. You don't need to tell me twice. Someone couldn't resist stashing treasures in the old tree. Pretty standard, really. We actually picked up like 1,000 gold as a result of that. Okay, we're going to keep our torches lit because we're using kind of a sun build on our Crusaders, so the more accuracy we can give them, the better. Really wish that we'd surprise these guys, but if we get like 2 attacks before they get to attack at all, we get a huge amount of momentum. Their stun resist is pretty low, so rather than healing, because we will be camping soon, I figured we'd go for that. Poor play. Should probably always go for the unit at the front, even if it only helps me like once or twice per mission. That's a big deal. Alright, Blight resist 70, Bleed resist 70. We can't hit the 2 units in the middle, so I think we just go for Incision. Wow. I mean, they do have a high speed stat, so, or a high dodge stat, and a decent speed stat. Nick is stunned. Honestly, he's probably my least valuable unit right now anyway. Mauls will definitely have to heal him on the next turn, though. Like, he's my least valuable unit, at least on this particular area, because all these units have huge blight resist, unfortunately. 7 heal is the worst possible heal, but it's still pretty okay. Better than all those zeros we rolled when we had Bear last time, anyway. Alright, so you got extra stun resist. So naturally they chose to try to stun you again. This person's playing almost as badly as I do. That's a lot of damage, though, so I guess maybe they're, Oh, no, Web is the stun, sorry. That's my mistake. Zealous Accusation getting some decent damage done. Thank God Malls gets to go first so she can throw out another heal on Nick, who is, blighted for another 6 points of damage, but that's meaningful. Ah, it does a terrible. There's like a 12% chance to dodge that. It's 55. Oh my God. Thank God that Nick dodged it, otherwise he would be in a rough spot right now. What about this? Smite, 70% chance. Had to work eventually. Okay, so we need more space for deeds. If I look at our map, which I can't do, so never mind. Let's throw out 3 torches. Let's like burn one, throw out the others, take this, and I'll tell you what, where are we looking at our map right here? We've only got to go to 90% of the rooms, so we have like some camping that we can do soon. We're a little bit less than 50% of the way through the mission, so I don't want to camp yet. We could eat 4 food if we wanted to. I think first I'm going to try to open this heirloom chest with one of our 2 skeleton keys.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
How much is citron worth? 250 each? Alright, so we'll get rid of that. And, I mean, we have a ton of crests, but we'll take the ruby with us. Like, the crests are what... We have like 130 something of them right now, so leaving 8 behind doesn't make me feel that bad. You know, it's the balance that Darkest Dungeon strikes really well between... Ooh, there we go. Strikes really well between things like I need immediately for this mission and things that will make missions in the future easier, i.e., you know, the heirlooms. I'm actually glad that we had a starvation moment there. Allowed us to eat 1 food to regain a little bit of HP. We can skip 1 room. The question is what room we're going to want to skip. It's going to be either this one or that one. This one could be dangerous. I should have been paying more attention to our torches as well. Skull Toss could get... if that had hit, it might have put Nick on death's door, so I'm very glad that it didn't hit. I'm going to go for not point-blank shot to start with. A little bit of stress relief, not that stress has been our problem at all. But I went for not point-blank shot because I really want... how much damage can we do with this? Not quite enough, huh? 7, let's give it a try. Hey, nice! I really want to point-blank shot the insatiable ghoul at the front. We might even be able to get a lucky stun on him. What's his blight resist? 70? Okay, with 70 blight resist, this is where we finally get a chance to use Nick and try to stack up some, like, 4 points of damage per round blight bullshit on him. That's terrible damage, and he resisted the stun. Bad luck for us. Howl is a huge high-stress attack that we got lucky enough to avoid completely. Missed with the point-blank shot, but, you know, the best laid plans of mice and men. We got 6 there, and the stun actually went off, which is great. If we can just... if we can just get the actual freaking damage done to him, like the blight damage, it adds up so quickly. Like, if you hit 2 stacks, that's 4 damage... plus 8 damage, plus 8 damage, plus 4 damage. Like, that's 24 damage with 1 attack, plus whatever the 2 attacks that landed did, plus the stuff that you're going to be doing in the interim period. So we'll throw out a quick heal on Nick here. He's been hurt a little bit. The stun has not come off yet, which I think is awesome. There we go. We're pretty unlikely to land another stun. Good, the blight is actually working here, so they have 19. We need to hit for 15 in order to get the kill. How about we just hit for 48 and solve all of our problems all at once? That was actually a really easy encounter. I think we came out better than we started on that one, which is really unlikely. So let's burn this torch. Get a little bit more inventory space. We're going to free up a lot of inventory space pretty soon with our camping. The scouting is going to be very valuable. Well, I would prefer to avoid combat. So I'm going to ignore this room and we'll go to the room on the left. And there might be harder combat in that room on the left up there, but there's no way of knowing that, obviously. The more deeds we can pick up here, the better it is. So I will start to sacrifice, like, food for deeds if we have to. Mathis, the ultimate trap remover. We know there's no combat here, and we know there's no combat on our way to the next beacon as well. And actually remember that what really tripped us up in that boss fight one, ooh, we're running out of food to the point where if we sort of have to camp now, because if we don't camp soon, we're not going to be able to eat enough to heal. I don't think you got hurt by anything there, which is nice. But I don't want to camp before our last combat, if that makes sense. See if we get scouting. We don't. Okay, I'll camp here. I really don't want to do this, but we have to make sure that we can eat as much food as possible. Actually, you know what? We can get away with only eating 4 food. That way we have an extra window of protection against starvation. So I'm going to use Mathis to heal Nick, and then I think we're going to focus on buffs. 1 companion, plus 10 accuracy, plus 10 dodge. We'll give that to Mathis. All companions heal 10%? Nah. These are pretty much all heals. What about you, Mathis? 25% stress resist on 1 companion. I don't have really good buff here. Like, really good buff potential. If religious, reduced chance of nighttime ambush. I don't know if we are religious, but we might as well. If I can do anything to remove the chance of getting ambushed at night, I would like to. And I think that was, no, we have one left. But the one skills, we don't have any. But they're always like, you know, hurt the rest of your team to help yourself, I think. This is alright here, honestly. I think this mission is going relatively well. We didn't get ambushed at night, whether that's due to the things that I chose or not. It doesn't really matter. Alright, good. Resisted the blight. I don't actually know if we had to go to this area either. Yeah, good. Nobody feels a crushing... I was gonna say compilation. A compelling desire to touch that corpse, which I appreciate. There will be combat in there, so we'll have 2 spells of combat, probably. But that's up to us because we don't have any overarching objective on this mission, actually. If we just instead go right for the treasure, that could be the last room. Like, that could be our 90th percentile, right? I'm not totally sure, because that would mean that we were allowed to skip 2 rooms, and I don't know if that's actually going to be true. Glad that I kept that starvation protection. It'll save us some extra time and money when we get back to the town.
As the light gains purchase,
of course there's going to be combat in here. It makes me wish, actually, that we had Grape Shot Blast here, but that's okay. We'll try Incision. Why is that such a difficult attack to land? You got like a short little dagger, yet you still can't seem to actually land that on any enemies. That's good, though. 1 down. And they should go down pretty easily. 13 HP to Zealous Accusation. At the high end, Zealous Accusation hits for 13, but it's pretty unlikely. We do have 2 dice rolls at it, I guess, technically, but... we'll throw out, like, a Judgment in the hopes that we crit, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I mean, the only other thing we could do is Stun. And a Stun would probably have been a better idea, but... I guess I'm just not very concerned about it, all things considered. Because as long as we're hitting with our melee units and with Mathis, we should be pretty much set. Nothing wrong with the crit either, though. I'm not going to be too mad about that. We don't really need the anti-venom. I think you can get rid of that. And that is the end of our mission here. So I'll tell you what, we'll dump all our torches on the ground. We'll dump our shovel on the ground, and then we'll open this up with another skeleton key. And probably get a few more heirlooms. Well, we got... Not really, actually. We got a torch and some citron. I mean, we could do, like, another mission, or, sorry, another, walk here, but there doesn't seem to be anything in that other area, so I think we just finished this one. And consider ourselves pretty lucky that we came out of that one doing relatively well. We got, like, a... Oh, I thought that was a leper-only, weapon. It's not. Some extra Resolve HP, or XP. Warren's Adventurer for extra stress resisting the Warrens. Hatred of Eldritch is good. Backtracker, no stress penalty when walking backwards, that's alright. Don't use it that often. Obsessed with Food, and 10% scouting chance in the Warrens. That's still pretty solid.
I remember days when the sun
I think that's going to do it for this episode, though. I don't like to scroll down here and see all my dead teammates, but let's go to our stagecoach, and we want to pick up 2 more people. Well, this is exactly what we lost, basically. That's not true. We have a cultist. We still have Bear in our party, so let's select him. And we'll dismiss him. And we'll select him. And we'll dismiss him. We'll select him. And we'll dismiss him. This way, we get new people from our stagecoach next time. We might have gotten it anyway, but for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.